Hi, this is Margaret, and today I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to read a longer story to you, but do it one chapter at a time. So, this book is called My Father's Dragon. It's by Ruth Stiles Gannett, and it was illustrated by her mother, Ruth Gannett. It won a Newbery Honor in 1949, and this book is now in the public domain. And that means that I am free to read it online to you. So it also means that you can get a copy of this book. One way to do it is through Project Gutenberg. And I am also reading a digital copy of this book because, like you, I can't go to the library and get books. But we will enjoy this story together. So are we ready for My Father's Dragon? Here's chapter 1. It's called My Father Meets the Cat. One cold rainy day when my father was a little boy, he met an old alley cat on his street. The cat was very drippy and uncomfortable, so my father said, "Wouldn't you like to come home with me?" This surprised the cat. She had never before met anyone who cared about old alley cats, but she said, "I'd be very much obliged if I could sit by a warm furnace and perhaps have a saucer of milk." "We have a very nice furnace to sit by," said my father, "and I'm sure my mother has an extra saucer of milk." My father and the cat became good friends, but my father's mother was very upset about the cat. She hated cats, particularly ugly old alley cats. "Elmer Elevator," she said to my father, "if you think I'm going to give that cat a saucer of milk, you're very wrong. Once you start feeding stray alley cats, you might as well expect to feed every stray in town. And I am not going to do it." This made my father very sad, and he apologized to the cat because his mother had been so rude. He told the cat to stay anyway, and that somehow he would bring her a saucer of milk each day. My father fed the cat for 3 weeks, but one day his mother found the cat's saucer in the cellar, and she was extremely angry. She threw the cat out the door. But later, my father sneaked out and found the cat. Together, they went for a walk in the park and tried to think of nice things to talk about. My father said, "When I grow up, I'm going to have an airplane. Wouldn't it be wonderful to fly just anywhere you might think of?" "Would you like to fly very, very much?" asked the cat. "I certainly would. I'd do anything if I could fly." "Well," said the cat, "if you'd really like to fly that much, I think I know of a sort of a way you might get to fly while you're still a boy." "You mean you know where I could get an airplane?" "Well, not exactly an airplane, but something even better. As you can see, I'm an old cat now, but in my younger days I was quite a traveler. My traveling days are over, but last spring I took just one more trip and sailed to the island of Tangerina, stopping at the port of Cranberry. Well, it just so happened I missed the boat, and while waiting for the next, I thought I'd look around a bit. I was particularly interested in a place that's called Wild Island, which we had passed on our way to Tangerina. Wild Island and Tangerina are joined together by a long string of rocks, but people never go to Wild Island because it's mostly jungle and inhabited by very wild animals. So I decided to go across the rocks and explore it for myself. It certainly is an interesting place, but I saw something there that made me want to weep. that is the end of chapter 1. So the person who is telling this story is telling the story about his father. So apparently his father told him the story. And that is a reason we share stories, because we want other people, especially people in our family, to know our experience. And also, think about how different people have different points of view. For example, Elmer and Elmer's mother had very different views about cats. So, I'll be back tomorrow with chapter 2. Thank you.